What is up, everybody? Who's excited for the next video? I'm here, Mask Grinder. Thanks for all the likes and views and nice words on my videos. They're slowly growing, but my most popular YouTube videos are my tier lists with a record on my channel of 68, I think, views. So let's get right into the video with a Brawl Stars tier list, but this is a bit different. The Brawl Stars tier list that ranks the most satisfying brawlers to play, and the most satisfying brawlers in general. Like some brawlers, like who are satisfying supers or satisfying attacks. So let's get right into the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and check out all my other tier lists. I would really appreciate that. Thanks so much to my wonderful community. Let's get started. Okay, so the first brawler we have is 8-Bit. I personally don't like these brawlers that shoot like more than one bullet and stuff like that. And 8-Bit's kind of slow. However, his when you land up all your shots, it feels pretty good. And his gadgets are kind of satisfying, especially the one that launches more shots. So that's pretty cool. His super is kind of satisfying too, since you do like more damage, and it's just kind of fun to be playing around in your base shooting at people. So I'm gonna put him in C because he's nothing special, but pretty good. Amber. Amber is a pretty cracked brawler and not too hard to use. And I don't know about you, but it's so satisfying when you light up her super and the flames come. Oh man, that feels so good. But other than that, she's not too satisfying. But just because of those things, I'm gonna put her in B. Barley. Throwers. I'm gonna say they're pretty satisfying since throwers, most of them at least. Well, yeah, throwers do splash damage and they just feel pretty good to use to hide behind walls and just annoy a bunch of people. Barley's pretty fun to play with, and its super is so satisfying. Watching all those bottles crack on the floor and just getting so many people and hitting enough people that you can charge the super up again. So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. And we have B. It's very satisfying when you hit your shots with these kind of brawlers, and B, it's even more satisfying because its second attack does so much damage, and it's so satisfying when you just wipe out tanks with the super and then just hit your shot after shot after shot. And it's also satisfying to slow people down with her gadget. So I'm gonna put her in A behind Burley. Bell. Another, it's satisfying to hit your shots with Bell, but and she's pretty easy to use for these kind of brawlers that you have to aim really well for. But other than that, I don't think she's really too satisfying. So I'm gonna put her in C. BB. Oh man, in all those satisfying videos, BT1 videos, all those videos, BB's cycling supers, like if you just cycle her super over and over and over again, it's so satisfying. Oh my. And her attacks are satisfying too because they're not too hard to use. And just when you knock people back, it's so cool. She's also pretty good for trick shots. I've watched a couple of videos, and you can knock people back with the ball and take the ball and score. So I'm gonna put her in the A tier. Bo. Bo's normal attack's not very satisfying at all, but his super. Oh man, when you catch someone in the mines and then they bounce from one mine to the other mine to the other mine, that just feels so good wiping teams with that. Also, with the stun gadget, you can totally change the game by just maybe in Gem Grab stunning the person with the most gems, and Brawl Ball stunning the person going for the goal. I don't know, but that's his super so satisfying. But other than that, it's not too satisfying. So I'm gonna put him in A. Brock. I really like brawlers with fast attacks, and he has a super fast attack. But Brawl Stars goes and nerfs him, which probably is a good idea since he was getting a bit too cracked. But he was also insanely satisfying, and I'm gonna go with his old meta because it was just way too satisfying to not talk about. His super, how it breaks walls and just does a truckload of damage. His attack that's so fast and does a good amount of damage. His gadget, the with the rocket that does more damage. It's pretty easy to hit, breaks walls, and does so much damage. It's so satisfying when you land those shots. Overall, it's just a really satisfying brawler with satisfying. Oh my god, I'm saying satisfying so much. It's a really satisfying brawler with the good super, good main attack, good gadgets, good everything. So I'm gonna put him in the S tier. Congratulations, Brock. Okay, anyway, Bull. Main attack isn't very satisfying, but his super is very satisfying when you use it with the gadget and just like jump on people, and then you get the kill. And what's even more satisfying is when you use his main attack and you hit every single one of the shells, and it just does chocolate damage, but not too satisfying. So I'm gonna put him in B. Buzz, Buzz. I don't know why, but I really like stunning people. Like there's just a certain feeling when you use his super and stun someone, then wipe them. So I like that about him. But other than that, not too satisfying. I'm sorry, Buzz. I'm sorry. Look at him. He's mad at me. Okay, Byron. I think Byron is really satisfying because I don't know. I just like I brawlers that can poison are satisfying, especially Byron, because you can keep hitting and you just see the numbers coming up on top of the brawler's head time after time after time. And his super splash damage heals so much. I like its attack effect too. So Byron's a really satisfying brawler in my opinion. Carl. I've never liked Carl. He has a pretty slow attack, but his super is insanely satisfying because it's pretty easy to use and it can rack up so much damage. Also, and it just feels good. His gadget that puts fire on his attack, that also feels really good when you can burn so many people, and it's just very satisfying seeing brawlers burn up. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna put him in B. B, yeah. Colette. Colette is not very satisfying in my opinion, except for her super. Her super is like BB, one of the most satisfying in the game, where you can just push people on end and push people and push people and push people and push people, especially with her star power, which makes it so that when she pushes people, they go to the people brawlers. They go to the end of her attack. So overall, Colette's just a really satisfying brawler, but her main attack isn't too satisfying, so I'm gonna put her in A. Colt. I'm not a big fan of Colt, but I really like those plays and those trick shots that you can do with this gadget where you shoot the shot and then break the walls with this gadget. His super is also very satisfying because it just racks up so much damage, and in Heist it's overpowered. I also think that supers that break walls are pretty cool. So overall, he's not the most satisfying, so I'm going to put him in C. Crow. Crow, my brawler, probably half the people who play roster's favorite brawler, the legendary that has our hearts, this little guy. Oh, man. His attacks, I like poison attacks, and I like it's a fast attack in that with its slow gadget, that's the most satisfying thing in Brawl Stars, in my opinion. You can just have like a tank, use the shot, the gadget, make it slow down the brawler and just keep hitting them and slowly sapping away the health. And it's super jumping on people. I just love that so much. And oh man, Crow is so satisfying, but I'm not gonna put it ahead of Brock because Brock just owns a special spot with all of its things that you can do with it. Daryl, not much to say about him. His main attack, I've never really liked him too much. His super is okay, I guess. I like that he can bounce off walls. His gadget's pretty satisfying. The slow down, the one that can make brawlers slow down. But other than that, I'm sorry, Daryl. I don't really like you too much. You're not very satisfying in my opinion. I'm sorry, Daryl fans up there. Dynamite, another thrower. Dynamite, underrated in my opinion. I get what people have been saying in the comments. Dynamite is is not too flexible in a lot of situations, but I think Dynamite is overall one of the better brawlers. Maybe not as high as I put in the last tier list, but still pretty high. But in satisfaction, it just does so much damage. Its super is probably the most satisfying super in the game. It's like contest with BV. It does so much damage, and you can cycle them so much. I love its gadget where you can stun people because that just feels so good to stun someone and then just do so much damage to them. So I'm gonna put Mike here, most satisfying brawler. Edgar. Oh man, we got the satisfying ones coming up. Edgar, so satisfying to jump on someone and then just like team wipe with its star power and everything. Like you just quickly charge up its super with the gadget. It's just all around such a satisfying brawler. The only thing that's not satisfying is when you're kind of helpless and there's nothing that you can do like half the game and you're just waiting for your super to charge up. But other than that, it's a very satisfying brawler. So I'm gonna put it here ahead of Bo. El Primo. It's the first brawl I pushed to rank 15 when Brawl Stars just came out. First brawl I pushed to rank 20. Oh man, Primo is my guy, but not the most satisfying. His main attack isn't, but his super is pretty satisfying. You can cycle them, and I like that you can jump on people, and it's kind of cool how he does. It's like how it jumps on people, and I like that it burns him. It makes it on fire because I like when people burn. Yeah, I like when people burn when because of its star power and also his gadget to throw people is so satisfying in Brawl Ball when you can just throw people out of the way when they're about to score. So I think it's overall a pretty satisfying brawler. So I'm going to put it in B. M's. And another one of my top brawlers, it just racks up so much damage if they're in the right spot. That's so satisfying. Like, so satisfying when you do a triple, when, like, you get, like, 2,000 damage and on a brawler, and when you use its gadget to push the brawlers away, and then you get full attack on them, and it's super, oh my, it slows people down, and then you can do so much more damage. It just overall is such an overpowered, really, really satisfying brawler, and just the way its attack goes out with the hairspray and the sound that it makes. I'm sorry, Mike, but you have a contender. Ends is so satisfying. Oh my, I see oh my a lot. They just keep coming. The satisfying brawlers, Gene. Oh man, Gene's very satisfying too with the similar gadget to M's, except it heals instead of does damage. It's super. In Gem Grab, the person with 10 gems, it's in countdown. You just yoink them over to your side and you kill them. That's probably the what Brawl Stars players live for. But other than that, its attack isn't very satisfying, but I like that it kind of goes off into little attacks, which is easy to hit. So overall, a very satisfying brawler. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Frank. Frank, bro, I'm sorry, but you can't play competitive play too much. Like, I get that it's good in some situations, but you just can't hit those attacks because of its stupid wind up. Oh my god, that wind up is so annoying. Like, and it can't run while it shoots. It can be countered so easily with its super, but its super is very, very, very satisfying if you do it right and you hit all three people. That is probably one of my favorite things in Brawl Stars. But other than that, I'm sorry, Frank. You're not a very satisfying brawler. But because of that super, I'm going to put it in the E tier ahead of Buzz. Gale. Okay, we're back with satisfying brawlers. Gale. Man. Gale is absolutely so satisfying. If you do it properly and you use your super, I don't know the feeling when people are rushing you in Brawl Ball and you just use your super and push them all away. If you stun them against a wall and just keep cycling supers, it's just so satisfying. It's gadget, I don't know what it's called, but it makes like a thing that pushes people back when they like run into it. And also you can hit such cool clips with its gadget. Oh my, you can like shoot the ball up and then jump on it. That is so satisfying when you do that. Gale, you're one super satisfying brawler. I'm gonna put it here. Griff, it's super. Oh, I like it super. It's satisfying. How you can hit so many people at once and deal so much damage. Main attack, not very satisfying, but it's piggy bank gadget. The piggy bank that explodes. It's such a cute piggy bank, and it just does so much damage. And its attack effect is so cool. That is a very satisfying part. But other than that, Griff, you're not too satisfying. But I'm gonna put you in here in the B tier. Jackie. I don't know. I just really like how Jackie's main attack goes and like rumbles the ground. It just I don't know why it holds a special place in my heart. It's so satisfying. Its super's pretty satisfying too, bringing all the people together, all the brawlers together, and then attacking them. Its gadgets. Its gadgets are okay for satisfaction levels. You can make her go faster, but that's nothing special. But her star power is so good. It's so satisfying when every little shot that hits you, a, a shot, Jackie fires a shot. And as I said, its attacks are satisfying. So that's what I live for, watching all those shots come up as people attack, as brawlers attack her. So I'm going to put her in the A tier. Jessie. I like how her shots bounce. I find that satisfying. I also like how her shots look and the how it feels when you bounce it off someone. However, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of her remodel. Looks don't matter about satisfaction, but I just have to point that out because I was pretty fine with Jessie, but her new skin looks so cool so far, and I live for free skins since I'm broke. And anyway, her super not too satisfying, but if you get the gadgets right and you slow them down or make the shots fire faster, that is so satisfying and it can deal so much damage. So I'm gonna put her in the In the B tier, number one, Leon. Leon, I like its attack, not too satisfying though, but it's super. Like if you do it right and you go invisible and then jump on someone and watch them die, yeah, I like that. Oh my, I love when that happens. It's just so satisfying when you can just go up on people and like team wipe because of the invisibility. It's cloning gadget. I live for that too because it just feels so good when you just make a clone and you confuse the whole team. I love confusing people, and it's gadget that makes you invisible. I love that too. Overall, Leon, man, you're very satisfying. So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Lou, Lou's main attack. If you get all the shots, it's pretty satisfying hitting people with ice cream cones and doing damage. And it's super. Oh, his it's super so satisfying. Like just watching all those people squirm around in his ice rink or whatever he makes, not being able to leave, and then just not being able to hit their shots. It's so cool. Like you can set up so many plays by doing that, and it just makes me so happy watching people struggle. And it's gadget when you can just like kind of what does it do again? It just makes it so that you can't get damage. So if an Edgar jumps on you or something like that, it's so satisfying watching that Edgar struggle as you freeze. Also, freezing other people. Oh, it feels so good. Just stunning other people and just killing them. Lou, bro, you're so satisfying. I'm gonna put you here in the S tier. Max. Max's main attack. It's nice if all the shots line up. Nothing too special. It's super. I like its attack effect, and I like that it can make other people faster too. And I like rushing, just going around everybody and scoring. It was pretty OP in basketball. Please bring basketball back, back Supercell. I love basketball so much. It's good in Brawl Ball too. And it's gadget, Sneaky Sneakers. Oh, I love that name, and Chief Pat does too. Sneaky Sneakers. You can make so many good plays by just hitting the ball up to the teleporter and then just attacking people, going to the teleporter and scoring. Its gadget's probably one of the funnest to use in the game. So overall, it's a pretty satisfying brawler. Nothing like extremely special, but I'm gonna put it here. Meg, the newest brawler in the game, except for Lola, which is coming out pretty soon. I'm pretty hyped for that. But Meg, I love Meg. Like her, I like that she's kind of like doesn't do anything, but then when she gets in her mech form, oh man, it's attack. It's pretty satisfying, but you usually can't hit all your shots. But it's super, super. That sounds wrong to say, but it's super, super. That sword. Oh man, I love that. How you can do splash damage. Other than that, not too satisfying. So Meg, I'm gonna put you down in the B tier. Mortis. The thing about Mortis is that if you can get those chains and just do the splash damage super, everybody knows that using no hat gold Mortis, just wiping the whole team. That's what Brawl Stars players live for. The Mortis mains, like everybody loves Mortis. It's like one of the favorite brawlers. Like just chaining people and destroying the whole teams. And in Brawl Ball, all the trick shot YouTubers, RSDM64, Pizza, Brawl Stars, all those people. Oh my, it's so cool. Just doing epic trick shots with Mortis. Doing those things where you have the super and then have its coiled snake. And then you just, oh man. And I love that they made coiled snake not just a star power. So Mortis, you're the most satisfying brawler there is probably. The only thing is that if you can't get that and you just keep dying with Mortis, that's very unsatisfying. But if you do it right, Mortis, you're number one. Good job, Mortis. Okay, moving on to Mr. P. The thing I like about Mr. P is that you can bounce it off walls and hit people on the other side. And I also like that once you hit off someone, then you can hit two people or more at once. Pretty satisfying. It's super, it doesn't really do too much. It's just kind of annoying. But if you like just kill people with it, that's pretty cool. But other than that, Mr. P, you're nothing really special. I'm sorry, Mr. Then I put you in E. Nani, I don't know. This robot, its main attack, it's really hard to aim, but if you hit all three, that is so satisfying. And it's super. Oh, you can just like get so much damage or just teleport and do total team wipes. When Nanny got just made, it can wipe like so many brawlers one shot, but then it got nerfed, but that's okay. That was a while ago, but I'm still not over it. But anyway, and with its gadget, you can just teleport to the end of its super and literally team wipe. So Nani, I don't know. You're great. I'm gonna put you in the A tier. Nita, if you've seen my video, this brawler is absolutely dog water. I kind of use Nita as an example because I do not like Nita, but I don't find her attack satisfying at all. I like that you can do splash and it can go through people, but that's about it. But its super is pretty satisfying with the gadget, stunning people with the bear. But other than that, it's not too satisfying. Also, I just talked about Mortis. Please check out my new video. How to be a toxic no hat Mortis. It's not supposed to be offensive. It's just funny, pure comedy, and it shows what I do every day, all day. So that's probably one of my best videos. I'm really proud of it. So please go check that out. And check out my video about how bad Nita is if you're a Nita hater like me. So, Nita, because I just don't like you, I'm sorry. I'm going to put you in F. 21 minutes in this video. We're almost done. Please watch to the end. I get it if you have stuff to do, but please consider finishing it and leaving a like and subscribe. It really means a lot. I want to grow this community so badly. Okay, we have Pam. Her attack, if you line it up, it's nice, but you usually don't. I like its gadget that every time you hit a shot, healing stuff, I don't know how to say it, healing goes around you. Its super is pretty satisfying, and I like that you can also do damage with it. Healing and doing damage is pretty cool. Other than that, not too satisfying, so I'm going to put it in the C tier. Penny. If you line up the shots, Penny, oh my, I love that so much. When you hit one brawler and hit the other and hit the other with the gold that shatters it, that comes out of her bag, you can rack up so much damage. It is actually insane. And it's super. I love hitting shots with her super. It's so cool. Also, splash damage. I love splash damage brawlers. And the best part is when you use a gadget on the super and all those bombs come out of it, hitting so many brawlers and doing so much damage. Penny, you're just really satisfying overall, so I'm going to put her in the S tier. Piper. When you hit a shot with Piper, that feels good. It feels good, especially when you're like really far away. That's really great. Its auto aim gadget feels pretty good when you hit a shot, slow people down, then wipe them. It's used in a lot of bounty 1v1s along with Colt, and its super is pretty rare satisfying. Not pretty satisfying. What am I saying? When like you get the bombs and the brawler gets knocked in between all three bombs, that is so cool. I love that part of Brawl Stars, and it just does a lot of damage and has nice gadgets. Pretty satisfying brawler, if I do say myself. Poco. I like splash damage brawlers, but unfortunately his attack is slow and I don't like that. But his super, it just feels so good to heal all your teammates. I like healing people. Its star power is so good for the healing. And overall, it's still a satisfying brawler. Healing is satisfying, so Poco is good for that. Its gadgets are so satisfying. Everything about it is satisfying, except his main shot. So I'm going to put him in A. Rico. Shay. I'm going to call Rico Shay because I'm an OG. Flex. Okay, whatever. Ricochet, bouncing off walls is such a good addition. I like that because like you can just get people behind walls when you're like rushing the net and brawl ball and people are hiding behind the walls camping. Rico super is so good, and it's super. I love that you can bounce off so much walls and the attacks go so fast and it does so much damage. And its bouncy castle gadget, as I said, I like the heals, so it's really cool to just heal people by hitting shots, and it just helps you with precision. And I just like that he shoots bouncy balls, so you're a really satisfying brawler. Then I put it in A. Rosa. A lot of people don't like Rosa. She's nothing really special about her. I like that you can place down bushes. I find the attack effect for that satisfying. It's super satisfying that like you can't get as much damage on you and you do a ton of damage. I like that. But overall, Rosa, you're not really that satisfying, so I'm going to put you behind Frank. I'm sorry, Rosa. Ruffy. Oh, Ruffy's good. I like Ruffy, but I like that he can bounce off walls. Other than that, though, his main attack isn't very satisfying, but his super is making people stronger. It just feels so good that the whole team relies on you to make people stronger, because I like being relied on. And its gadget, the asteroid gadget, it's probably one of the most satisfying gadgets in the game. It's pretty satisfying brawler overall, so I'm going to put it in the A tier. A lot of brawlers in the A tier, just to note. Sandy. Sandy's main attack pretty cool. It's satisfying splash damage. Isn't too fast though. Her attack, she's really fast. and I like fast brawlers, so that helps. And her gadget that can stun, I like that because it's so easy to hit her shots. And her super is probably one of my favorite supers in the game because you can literally conceal everybody and set up such beautiful plays. And it's just such a good mechanic. And it's healing wins. It just or storms. I forgot healing sands. I don't know, but that just helps the team so much overall. So yeah, you're really satisfying, Sandy. Good job. But still not as satisfying as some of the people brawlers in the top. Shelly, you guys all know how it feels to chain supers. Chaining Shelly supers is the best part in the game. Bush camping. Oh, Shelly can do so much damage with her super. Her gadget, her what you called clay pigeons gadget, where you can like hit people from so far away with Shelly and do so much damage. I just like brawlers like this that you can do so much damage if you do it right. Shelly is a very satisfying brawler in my opinion. So I'm gonna put her in the A tier with like everybody else, every other brawler. Okay, Spike. I like that you can hit a lot of people even hiding behind walls with its attack with those spikes that come off it. And I also like that if you use his attack right, you can like do so much damage. And it's super game changing too. It can like block off so many plays and do damage and slow. It's a pretty satisfying brawler. And as I said, I liked healing, and it's cactus where if you hit the cactus, it heals him or her. I don't really know. That's really cool. I like that a lot. But you're a great brawler, Spike, and you're pretty satisfying, and you're legendary, which helps. So I'm gonna put you in the A tier. Sprout. You guys all know the feeling of blocking the net brawl ball or blocking people off and then just wiping their health so hard. And I love that his attacks can bounce and does splash damage, so that's really cool about Sprout. Overall, just a satisfying brawler. Good job. Props to you, Sprout. Maybe here. That seems pretty accurate. Okay, Squeak. Squeak's so satisfying because like when you see that your attack is stuck to someone, there's absolutely nothing they can do. I love that. They're like trapped. Insert maniacal laugh. Okay, anyway, that's really cool. It's super. When you get those team wipes with the super, it feels so good. Like all those clips and plays are of that. That's so satisfying. And it's gadget that you can like shoot further with. That is so cool too. Squeak overall is a very satisfying brawler. So I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I'm putting a lot of brawlers in the A tier. I should have separated these two. Okay, Stu. I like that you can cycle stupers with Stu. Get it? Stupers, ha, ha. No one. Okay. So anyway, Stu is a great brawler. And it's very satisfying. So I love to use Stu. So that's good. I like that I can cycle with supers. Its main attack isn't too satisfying, but its gadget that breaks walls is so satisfying. I live for that. That's so great. So overall, Stu is a pretty satisfying brawler. So I'm gonna put him in A. Okay, and then I have to rush for the last three because I have to go soon. I've spent half an hour on this video. But Tara, probably the most satisfying brawler in the game. Cycling supers and just team wiping is so satisfying. Her main attack isn't too satisfying, but the supers, I live for that. And its gadget is so cool, where it does where like three shadows come up and attack people. I like that her super, the shadows that come from her super can heal or attack, so that's cool. But the team wipes from her super is just way too satisfying, so I'm gonna put her in S. Two left, Tick. Tick's the most annoying brawler, but it's so fun to use Tick and just hit so many people. Cycle supers, one of the better super cycling brawlers, and its gadget that shoots more like so many Tick mines. I love that. It's just really fun to use, so I'm gonna put Tick in A. And last but not least, Surge. A lot of clips are of Surge just hitting people, using the super, using the gadget, going over to people, hitting them a bunch of times, and using the super. Absolutely stunningly satisfying. With it's you can do such good plays with Surge. It's the only thing I don't like is its range and how it's a bit annoying if you can't hit shots, and it's not very good at the first one. But once you get to higher levels, and it's just so cool getting to the next super. I just love that about him, the ambition and everything. So I'm gonna put him in S. So anyway, that's it for this video. Please drop a like, drop a sub, just watch all my videos. It really, really means a lot. Like, it means a lot. Let's grow this Mask Grinder community. This video took me half an hour to make, so, and plus the script and everything. So please, please, sub and like and do whatever you want. I love you guys. I love my community. See you in the next video. I hope you have a rootin' tootin' jolly good day. And this is the list for the most satisfying brawlers. Goodbye.